Hello, welcome back into the studio. My name's Jane and I've just finished the Santa page with the lovely embroidery, and I've added extra ribbon to the piece, and I'm really pleased with the page. So I did manage to actually add these with stitch because they have got a hole through the center of them, so I was able to add those. I've left this strip, like I've said before, this is actually going to go onto the cover of the book, and that's what I would like to show you now. So I've got the background, I'll just pop that out of the way slightly. I've got the background. Now the background cover, this is going to be the front of the cover, has got these gorgeous poinsettias with all this lovely glitter, and as you can tell, I do love glitter. So these are going to be on the front. I've got a piece of wadding and the inside lining that I'm going to actually pop on the top of that, like that. I'm then going to quilt all these poinsettias, and where the little tiny green things, I'll probably put, you know, in the center of the poinsettias, I'm going to probably put beads, and then around here are berries, and I will put sequins in those places once I've done that. Then I'm going to place some fabric. Now this fabric here has got Merry Christmas in many different languages across. So there's Bon Natale, Fiznarad, Christmas Omidito. It's got so many different languages. It's lovely. I've also got to include a pocket and a belly band. So I've decided that I'm going to add, no, I'll put it on the top. I'm going to put a pocket front and back, and I'm going to make it out of this lovely material. And before I actually sew it in, I'm going to put beads all the way along, like I did inside before on one of the pages. I put little seed beads all the way along where the holly berries are. So I've got to sew that first, and then I will sew it together and put it in. I've then got a belly band that I have used a piece of fabric. Now this strip, on another piece of fabric that I had, someone had actually sewn around, partially around, and what I've done is I've then over sewn to put it on a new piece of fabric. So I cut out the circles that someone had already done to recycle, but also to enjoy what they'd done for embroidery. That's going to go there as part of the belly band, but also there'll be the pocket. So the belly band will hold in the envelope because I've got the envelope to do. And I've then found this little tiny wreath, which I suppose goes in a doll's house or something like that. So that is actually going to go on to there. I've also finished off the back page. Sorry, I've designed the back page. So if I just do a flip through, that one I've just finished at the moment. Then we've got those. And then on the back page, I've got this. And I'm going to put a little tiny, almost like a tag. And I'm going to quilt the holly leaves, put some sequins on, and I may quilt round the words, and that's going to go in there. I will trim off, obviously, I'll trim off the wadding once it gets in there. Now this round circle is from a jar of marmalade made by Meg. She used to make it for the post office in her village, and I saved one of the tops. I'd also donated probably 50 tops or more of fabric cut into circles so that she could actually put them on the top. So I've saved that as another memory, and I've got another one of those Merry Christmas that I will embroider over and pop in there, and then that one goes there. And then this pocket I'm actually going to put the tag. Now I have got a tag somewhere to actually go in here, and it's a holly tag, so that will actually go into this one. Okay, so that's the sort of idea of the cover and that so far, and then I will actually put the cover inside. So, and then when the cover's inside, I will then sew this across here, because I'll know whereabouts it's got to go, so that it gives it some stability, but also I've got to give it, you know, it's got to have so that it can actually turn around the spine and let the spine roll. But there we go. So if I just take that off, and you can see when it's covered, it will all be quilted down here, because as I stitch it in, I will actually quilt down here. And I've got to consider what fastening I want to do, whether it's going to be a big ribbon or a tie or an actual clasp. I'm not sure yet, like a parcel. So the ribbon will either be here or on here. I'm not sure yet. So I just thought I'd let you see, before I sew it all together, how the cover is going to go on the journal. Hope you're following along. If you haven't already subscribed, because then you'll see how I put the cover together, and how I sew the book, actually, this journal, because all the fabric journals that I've done have all been done in different ways. This one I've actually put together as I've gone along. Normally what I would do is I would do them in signatures, so that they would be in twos, like this page here, and then I would insert them actually in that way. But because I've made them as single pages and then joined those together, this journal has been put together in a totally different way to what I would normally do a journal. So you can see the Father Christmas Now, the Santa, is my front page. All right, so I'm going to go away and do some sewing, and then bring you back when I've actually near enough ready to put this in the journal itself, and I'll show you that. So see you soon.